Matt, why do estate agents and letting agents fear video, public speaking, and other such things?
Because they haven't had to do it before.
Okay.
It's like anything. When they first started in a estate agency, did they fear going on a viewing?
Well, who can remember their first valuation?
How bad was it?
It was pretty awful.
Yeah. When I first done my first viewing, the manager dropped me outside a property. It was a repossession, couple of builders. I never, my first ever viewing this was, and he stitched me right up. I was petrified, didn't know what to say, didn't know how to say it, but we fumble our way around these things, don't we?
So why do you think agents are not prepared to do like buy-to-let evenings and stand up in front of people, or more closer to my heart, videos?
Why do I think they're not?
Yeah.
I think they don't know the value of it yet. And I think, for example, if they understood, if they looked at it from let's say from a prospect's point of view, or a vendor's point of view, or a buyer's, and if that information that they're sharing on a video, which is the key, is valuable to that client, what will that mean to the client's perception of that agency?
It'll go up.
Absolutely. So what they're obsessed by is their performance in the video.
I think it's a fear of
Looking stupid.
looking stupid.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's the performance of themselves in front of a camera. So they're more worried about how they come across, which is what we're growing up with at the moment, is comparing ourselves to everybody else, which is the biggest bullshit that's flying around. If you are who you are, you will make significant progress in front of a camera or off camera.
But we are social animals, and we do have to compare ourselves against others, or do we?
It's the worst thing you can do is to think that you're not good enough. It's to have a lack of self-belief. It's something that you're responsible for, and that you can go back through your past and your history, your parents, your teachers, and everybody else. You've got to look at it yourself. You've got to say, well, look, actually, if I just behave naturally, and if I just do this the way I think it should be done in my way, and yes, with a structure, you need a structure, and actually a structure helps you to do it naturally, so if you focus on doing it naturally with a structure, you'll deliver. It's when you worry about doing it the way he does it or the way she does it.
I think you've hit the nail on the head there. I mean, we all look at Luke Sinclair and think what he's doing is amazing in Leicester. But honestly, you go back to his first video, just like your first video and my first video and Michelle Gallagher's first video, absolutely appalling.
If they're not doing this, what else aren't they doing?
Exactly.
So it's a behavioural thing, right? It's the first step, the first barrier that comes up. Do you know what? No, I'm not doing it. It's that mentality. So it'll be the same with that extra phone call that you need to make to create a valuation.
It's the cold
It's the
call.
same. Oh shit, that vendor's phoned in. He's got a real issue. He hasn't sold his house yet. Oh God, it's exactly.
Do you think it comes back down to what we said in the previous video, which was mindset?
Right. I haven't come across in 23 years anything else that's made the difference in my career or in the career of the people that I've worked with more so than the way they think and the way they feel about themselves. And if you can build their confidence and self-belief, the quality of what they do, the way they should do it, not the way I should do it, the way they should do it, smashes all of their previous results. And I know this is hard for people to understand. We all were scared to do things for the first time.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
Whatever you do, asking someone out on a date, the first time you were driving.
So I would say exactly that. Think of all the things that have been special to you in your life. How did you get them? More often than not, you had to ask for them. You had to do something. You had to take some kind of action. And this, what happens there's so much conditioning going on and so many soft landings for everybody. Well, do you know what? You don't have to do it.
Well, if you're your own boss, you don't have to do it, do you? You can always put it off till tomorrow.
We'll give it to
next week.
Johnny's a bit more confident in front of the camera. He should do it. Yeah, actually, Johnny might be confident in front of the camera, but actually, he might come across cocky or a bit overconfident in front of the camera because he's not being true to himself.
Because we're all estate agents. We should be good with people. Well, we are good with people. We wouldn't be estate agents, would we?
We're good at what we've been practicing. right?
Exactly.
So-
Which is valuations. We can all do that with our eyes closed.
Well, and there becomes a problem because actually most of the time we're not as good as we should be because we're still doing it the same old way and we're getting the same old results. Unless you're constantly making progress and improving, you can't ever rest on your laurels. But I'm telling you now, most people, everything boils down to self-belief and mindset. Full stop.
I think a huge tip, therefore, and we can carry on this conversation in the next video. A huge tip for you is set out to do a video badly.
Yeah, so it's all about how you put that pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
This is going to be rubbish, right? This is going to be a terrible video, but I need to do 10 terrible videos.
And publish them.
Absolutely.
Because I can tell you here and now, do you know what the worst thing that can happen is?
You get some feedback.
No one watches them.
Absolutely, yeah. Precisely.
Let's carry this conversation in the next video, mate. Cheers.
Thank you.